Hey friends! I didn't know who would be able to join at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, so I'm glad you guys are here. We'll give it just a few more minutes if you guys want to say hi or where you're from or what you guys are doing on a Sunday afternoon. I had so many questions about the bookmark, so it works out really well to show you guys how to do that today. Hey friends! North Carolina, Wisconsin, Texas, Arizona, so fun. Pennsylvania, Indiana. I'm coming to Georgia next week. Hi, Megan. Oh, wow, Canada, super fun. Okay, well, it looks like maybe we've leveled out a little bit. Yeah, this is better than football, especially pro football. Sunday football is not my favorite. Although I'm sure that's where I'll be in a few more minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to make this really quick so you guys can get back to your lazy Sunday afternoons. All you need for Tassel bookmarks, this is what we're making right here. Hold on, let me pull it out. So I get lots of questions about this particular bookmark. It's just on a gift tag from the dollar spot at Target, and it's made out of baker's twine. And so all you need to make it are some sort of tag or whatever you want to attach your tassel to, scissors, baker's twine, and some glue. I was going to use hot glue, but I can't find my hot glue gun today. So we're just going to use this E6000. And I'll actually tell you a way you can do it without glue too, if that works better. And the other thing you need is something to wrap the twine around. And I'm going to use an old credit card. So if you see me flash a credit card number, don't panic. This one doesn't work anymore. I use this one for paint a lot, so it's already in my stash. And the reason I'm going to use a credit card is because it's roughly the same height as the tassel. You just need something to be able to wrap the twine around. So I'm going to make a gray one today because I've made a bunch of colored ones. I don't really need another colored one in my Bible. So I'm just going to unwind a bunch of it. And we are going to wrap it around the gift card until we have, is it in black and white? Well, it's clearly in color on my end. I don't know if maybe it's a connection problem. Was it in black and white for anybody else? Okay, good. Sorry for that one friend, but glad it's working everywhere else. All right, so we're just gonna wrap the twine around the card until it's, big enough for a tassel. And I guess that depends on how fluffy you want your tassel to be. Mine are always pretty fluffy, so I'm gonna be really generous. Hopefully this is not making you sick. Okay, so that's probably pretty good, and I'm just going to trim it here at the bottom. Okay, so I got this twine on Etsy. I don't know, I think it was like $8 or $9 for a bit. It was probably twice as much as this, and I've had it for years. But you can get these cards sometimes. This one is from Hobby Lobby. It's just like $6. It's a ton of twine. It doesn't look like that much, but it is. And it's what I made this particular tassel out of. Hold on, let me show you one other little step. These I got at Target in the dollar aisle. And one card is the perfect amount for a tassel. So keep your eye open for those. I got lots of colors at Target. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can do this, but I am going to go ahead and cut this because I think it's easier to tie if we can open it up. Oh, yay, Target dollar spot right now. All right, so I'm just going to slide my scissors underneath the twine, and I'm going to pull it as close to the edge as I can and cut it. And I'm going to try not to, well, I said I was going to cut it. It doesn't really want to cut like this. Hold on. I probably need to let me get good scissors. Okay. I'm going to try not to open it up too much. All right, so we're just going to lay them out lengthwise. And I'm going to cut just a short piece of twine to tie around it. Oops, sorry. And I'm just gonna knot it right in the middle, or as close to the middle as I can get it. I'm just gonna knot it a couple times. Sorry, I'm a little awkward today. My one finger short. We worked in the yard yesterday and I stabbed myself with a thorn right in the end of my finger. And so with a Band-Aid on it doesn't work very good. All right, so now it's all tied together at the top. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little tab here and I'm just gonna take the twine that came with it off. And I am going to, I'm cutting another piece of twine. So you could do this with multiple pieces if you want, or just one. I'm just gonna do it with one for today. So I'm gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna push the loop through the card and loop it through, maybe. All right, so now we're here. And at this point, we are just going to, I'm going to tie a knot wherever I want the tassel to be. So however long you want the little string part to be. I'm going to do this one a little longer than the other one. So I'm just going to double knot it here. All right, and then we're going to tie this around our tassel. So right where we were before. I'm just going to knot it a couple of times. All right, and I'm going to keep these pieces out. So I'm going to pull the rest of our tassel together in a bunch like this. And then I'm going to take this little piece and I'm going to wrap it around the top of the tassel. Okay, so I'm not going to do it that way. Hold on, friends. I don't think that's quite long enough. I'm going to cut a longer piece to wrap so that it'll wrap a lot more times. So we're just going to cut a really long piece of twine. I'm going to double it just so that it'll wrap a little quicker. And we'll trim him up a little bit so that he looks a little nicer in just a second. Okay, so we're gonna try again. I'm just gonna hold the little piece of twine right here with my finger until I get it going. And we're just gonna wrap. Sorry, it's kind of hard to get it going. We're just gonna wrap around the top a bunch of times. It's hard, sorry guys, it's hard to keep it from getting tangled when your twine is really long. So wrap as many times as you think you need to, until you like, I mean, this is mostly just about the way that it looks. And then we're just gonna put a little dot of glue right there. So, I usually use hot glue for this, but this will be fine. You just need a little tiny dot of glue. And I'm probably gonna wrap a couple of times because the glue is gonna seep out a little bit right there anyway. And we'll let that dry for a few minutes. And while it's drying, we'll just trim this guy up. You can see that they're not all the same length. And it was just because I had a hard time cutting it, but if you're careful when you cut it off the card earlier. Hang on, I'll show it to you. Let me get these trimmed. This is just E6000. It's like super glue. It's flexible glue. I had it on hand for another project. Yeah, I don't have any problems with the tassels, you know, coming apart, or they seem really secure. I probably would just, since I've got a little bit of leftover tassel, I probably will just kind of, let's see if I can figure out how to tie it in a way. Not really. If I had wrapped them in two different directions, I could have, you know, tied it off right here. But I probably will just put a little bit more glue I've been handling a little bit, so it doesn't seem to be sticking well. But anyway, if you sit it down and let it dry instead of holding it, it should work pretty well. So, super easy. So now you have a little card that you can stick in your Bible, and the tassel can stick out of the top. I will say about how well it holds up, you can see that the twine kind of unravels here at the bottom. So, I mean, it doesn't stay as pretty, and yeah, you can. I'm sorry. I was a little awkward putting it together because it's kind of hard to do with my hands under the camera. Usually I just hold one end and wrap the other all the way around it and then just kind of tighten a knot. And you can tighten a knot underneath the tassel so you can't see it. Once this dries and you trim it off, you won't be able to see it at all. Oh yeah, I could do that. See? Collaboration at its best. I probably will do just that. Then I can tie it off in a knot at the top if necessary. I like the unraveled one too. I don't mind it all the way that it looks. And I just move it around, I just use it as a bookmark and move it around in the Bible. So, we don't have a Michaels, so is there a watercolor set? I have another one that I got at Hobby Lobby. Hold on, let me see where it is. I got this one from Hobby Lobby. It is by Master's Touch. And it has 2 trays. I think it was maybe $10. It's a little bit more expensive than the Michaels one. And the colors are different. These are a lot more primary colors than the, pinks and purples of the Michaels set. But this one doesn't bleed, and I haven't had any problems with using it in the Bible. I really like it. I used this one until I bought the one from Michaels. Any other quick questions? Oh, okay, good. You might try looking... Yes, I do post them on YouTube. I did not post the first couple of Periscopes I did just because I didn't know that was a thing you could do. But now I do upload them to YouTube. You can search me on YouTube. You can search Kristen Fields, KristinFields. My username is different there, and it won't let me change it because I'm not cool enough and I don't have enough followers. So maybe at some point I can change it to match up with everything else. But for now, you can search Kristen Fields. I have not used the one at Target. Guys, does that one bleed? Have you had any problems with that? This tassel, Amanda, this tassel is made exactly the same way. The only other tassels I have are these little leather ones that are just strung on the end of baker's twine. Okay, good. Target one doesn't bleed. I've actually seen the Target one, and it's really pretty. The colors are really similar. Well, I'm glad you came by on a Sunday afternoon. I hope you enjoy your family this afternoon. On Sundays, what we do, we call it feet off the ground. You come home from church, and you eat lunch, and you can do whatever you want, lay wherever you want, but your feet can't touch the floor. And so, my little kids are here somewhere with their feet off the ground, and that's where I'm headed now. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. And I will upload this to YouTube later in the afternoon for anybody who missed it. Thank you. All right. Happy Sunday, guys.